I can't think of a more appropriate song for this show than the evil empire that is U2, the Curmudgeons, better known as the Two Old Farts.
Yes, sir.
Play it! Welcome to episode 2. Rico Jambone Esquire alongside the Two Old Farts. Low Country's own Greg Cassidy, Detroit, Michigan's own Kurt Marks, and I figured we'd start the show like this today. I go to Kurt's a lot to watch baseball on Sundays. It's sort of our hangout. And I've learned that Kurt suffers from a thing called RWI, retail while intoxicated. And so, with that said, I went to his place the other day, and whether it's Amazon or an addiction to Publix grocery stores, I went to his place the other day, and there was a little box sitting outside of his apartment. And I grabbed this box and I walked in. I said, "Kurt, you got an Amazon package, and what's in it?" What was your response?
I have no idea what's in it. I didn't know what was in it. I bought it the night before. Happened to be Bear aspirin that I have to take every night. It's not a sexy answer, but that's what the answer is.
The second side of this is I've walked in other times, and you get in his apartment, Greg, and there is a Publix grocery store shopping cart.
Yes, sir, there is. And he wakes up in the morning and looks at his receipt. I spent $200 last night. What did I spend it on? Where's all the stuff?
2 loaves of bread and a bag of Skittles.
Well, there's no reason. I live so close to Publix, and we have elevators, so I just put the grocery items back in the cart, and I take the cart home right to the refrigerator.
You do realize that's larceny.
No, because I bring the cart back on the way back up to here at Ink and Ivy.
All right. First segment of week 2, I wanted to talk about what's pissed you guys off in the last 7 days. I see you got the Band-Aid going on, so obviously the CPAP is...
Yeah, that would be number one thing that's pissing me off. That thing won't heal, and it's because of my face mask that I have to wear at night.
Would it benefit you to keep the Band-Aid on throughout the night?
I wear it every night. Yeah.
What's pissed you off, Greg?
I'll let Kurt start with it. He got a great story. I'll follow up with this.
Tell you the biggest one that's pissing me off right now, and it's all over the television, and it's all these campus protests against Israel. I know that's political and it's a hot topic thing to say, but these kids don't know what they're talking about. These kids need to do their research and understand both sides of the issue and do what they can. They're welcome to protest, but keep it civil. They can't. First of all, they're being financed from somebody, and I think we all know who that is. I won't name the name because I don't need to be sued.
That's got conspiracy written all over it.
Well,
I got an idea. Why don't you go up there, you make one of those big signs, and you hold it up, Trump 24, and go back to fucking class.
Well, the Speaker of the House was right now. I think he's talking just maybe within the last hour talking in Columbia University.
Yeah,
I don't know how that's going to work out, but we'll see.
I wonder if that president will end up getting fired as well. They fired 2 already, right? Harvard and...
I believe so, but yeah, he was calling for her resignation, or I think it's a female, but I'm not sure.
I think so.
I mean, geez, that's...
They don't know what they're protesting about. They don't have a clue. They just protesting to stay out of school, raise hell.
They're protesting because if they can get on camera, they get an extra $100 or whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
When I was in 8th grade, we protested the ass whooping of Rodney King, and all of us 8th graders sat out in front of our middle school. But different times, different issue. Different reasoning, I'd say. Greg.
Only protest I've ever been to, Rico, was 1988, 89. Danny Ford got fired. I drove over to Clemson that night, went and sat in front of the president's house, and demanded to know why he fired him.
Did they have Tito's?
No, I didn't drink it that time.
Well, I don't think it was invented yet.
Yeah. But yeah, I get the emotion, and but you know, you're 30 years old, you don't really know what's going on in the world, but I don't know. I'm like Kurt. Know the issues. Don't put a tent in your campus front yard, you know?
Just for the hell of it.
Yeah, just for the hell of it.
Inexplicably more so.
Yeah. But I don't know. I'm not a big protest guy.
I don't blame you. Neither am I.
You protest with your vote.
That's fair enough. But what about when the vote's stolen, though?
Well, we just had one of those too.
let's not go down that road. We're about to go through it again, so let's.
Oh no, they're stealing it way better this time.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to lock them up.
Well, that's what they're doing right now. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
That's okay. That's the third thing that's irritating the hell out of me.
the third.
Yeah, they apparently he violated the gag order. They're going to throw the former president in jail, and the Secret Service is going to go with him. What the hell are we talking about here?
I think that's pretty cool, actually.
Oh, he wants to be thrown in
Guys
jail
in suits
because of
standing
that.
outside of you. All right, Greg. I heard an interesting tale about Kurt's Saturday night.
Oh boy.
Why don't you care to tell us about that? Walking the dog, and
Oh, yes. So Kurt has lived in this apartment complex 15 years.
Yeah, we're going on. Yeah.
So he was walking his son's dog. The son was out of town. Came home for a little Ink and Ivy happy hour. Takes the dog for a walk. Comes back. Goes to the wrong building.
Oh, geez.
And even the
I did.
dog looks at him like, "What the hell are we doing here? This is not your apartment."
I had to
He
drag.
puts his key in there and it's like, wrong door.
I had to drag that dog up those steps. He knew better than I did. And I dragged that dog up those steps, and I get in there and put my key in. Oh shit! I'm gonna run. First of all, I looked down, my floor mat's not there. I said, somebody stole my floor mat.
how'd you venture that far away from your
It was the
unit?
next building over.
Jesus Christ!
The dog was stubborn. You got to drag the damn dog. Anyway,
No.
So-
You drug the dog.
I did. You got to drag the damn dog. So I reach out looking at the balcony. Thank God it was an empty apartment. It hasn't been leased. Then I had to drag the dog back down and then up to my building and do it all over again. So we made it home.
By the way, thank you, Sophia, for the drinks.
Thank you, Sophia.
Broadcasting from downtown Greenville, Ink and Ivy, one of the best happy hours in town. Sophia and Noel slinging drinks downstairs. Stop by, say hello. Half off Tito's, a couple beers.
Some wines.
I think.
Epsilon, which I don't drink.
No.
Tequila's my downfall. All right, now let's get into a sports aspect of things. You've had some news with the Detroit Lions today.
Yeah, we re-signed what's his name?
Amon St. Brown?
Yeah, whatever. Amon-Ra St. Brown, which is great, for $121 million, and he got more than that. He got 120 plus. And we re-signed Penei Sewell, our right tackle, soon to be left tackle, for which is essentially a 5-year extension, and it will make him the highest paid tackle in the league. I think it's great. Next up, Jared Goff, hopefully.
You still want to keep him?
Absolutely.
through?
He's a good guy.
Who did the Nickeltown Warriors sign this week, Greg? Up there in Nickeltown.
Most of them are in jail, Rico. You had to get them out on bond.
to explain, Nickeltown's a community in Greenville that
It's coming up.
Yeah.
it is transforming quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was the first
Just put it that
transformer.
way.
You're the
Yeah.
first transfer.
I
You're
was
the
the
first,
first
you're the first gentrifier.
I was.
Well, I've been to your place a million times. It's I don't mind it at all.
No, it's a good spot.
Not as cool as McBee, but I don't mind it at all.
Well,
Well, there's a little more scenery at McBee,
yeah.
I'll say. Yeah, I'll
especially on a hot
For you guys, yeah.
90-degree day in the summer way at the pool.
All right. By the way, that's a good point. We are transitioning into summer, which in Greenville is a great time. Your Magnum PI shirt collection in the
About
closet
to come out
there,
next week.
ready
It's
to
gonna be
bust
80
those
every
out.
day. Yeah, you're damn
You're
right.
the guy with the Detroit hat on and the short sleeve floral Magnum PI
I
shirts.
wear my Hawaiian shirts. Yeah.
You do?
Been known to.
How many you got, Kurt?
Probably 30
No.
minimum. Okay, 50.
Yeah.
How many tennis shoes do you have, Kurt?
I just threw a pair out yesterday.
Threw them out. You didn't donate them?
Nope. No, the heels were all shot
How
on.
many do you have?
75 now, I think.
How many have you not worn out of that 75?
Probably 10.
50 of them.
Probably 10. No, I wear them.
You're like a rapper. You just have a collection of.
No, I need
shoes
to
that you
clear
don't
out my
wear.
closet. I'm kind of a narcissist when it comes to
Let's pause.
tennis shoes.
Clear out your closet. What's in your closet? You got to clear out.
Tennis
Besides
shoes.
Sneakers.
I've got 2 closets full of tennis shoes.
Any skeletons in there?
Let's not go into that.
I mean, you do paint houses, so I mean.
Well,
there is
there's that. Supposedly.
Yeah.
That's a good story, by the way.
Welcome back, segment 2. 2 old farts. Greg's got a story for us. Greg.
Well, in 2009, I met my beautiful to be bride soon, and I went out with some buddies and got a little intoxicated.
Enhanced, as you would say.
And this was before Uber, so I had to take a taxi home or a cab home. Except that I couldn't talk and I couldn't tell him where I lived. And this was 2 o'clock in the morning, and he dropped me off at the homeless shelter. And with the beautiful wife I have, I called her and said, I don't know where I'm at, but I'm on the street somewhere. I need a ride home. 2 o'clock in the morning. She goes, well, what do you see? I see a Hardee's and I see a homeless shelter. She goes, don't move. I know exactly where you are. I'll come pick you up.
You had been at one of the more finer establishments in life that night, I assume?
Absolutely. Where I shouldn't have been, but that's a wonderful wife that would do that.
Did she make it to you? Obviously, she
Oh,
made
yeah,
it to you.
100%.
Now, during that time, though, you must have been scared of shit because it's a shady crowd over there.
Back then,
Very shady.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
And here you are, 6'8".
A honky guy.
Yeah, a honky standing in the middle of this little part of town there.
On a Friday night.
When your wallet was full,
My
just got
wallet
paid.
was full. Took out $2 bills.
That explains it.
But, you know, that was 2009, and think about it. We had no Uber then. All we had were taxi cabs.
I think 15 they started, 14 or 15.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure it was that early.
The first one I got was in Cali after law school in 15. So,
But, yeah, just like, shout out to my beautiful wife, Annika, and what all you've done to me to make me realize I'm an idiot. And,
well,
and I sure am.
I think she knew that from day
Oh,
one. She just
100%.
let you, she let you slide on a lot
Absolutely.
of that. But listen, I'm glad you made it home. You know,
Oh,
we wouldn't be able
me-
to do this show without
me
you,
too.
so we're in a good spot there. Kurt, you ever end up? I got a feeling you have wrong side of town.
No,
No,
never.
but that's because you're
I
entire.
lived out in the country on a dirt road out in the middle of nowhere. I didn't live in Detroit. I'm not actually from Detroit. I'm from Durand, Michigan, which is in the middle of
I got a great
God's
story about
country.
Kurt.
Oh, here we go.
This is a funny story. Kurt's best friend, Don, who recently passed away, God bless
God
his
bless
soul,
Tom, Miss Tom.
and his wife, and I'm sorry, his daughter came into town
Oh, here we go.
2 years,
Satterley.
2 years ago, and they're from the Detroit area, and they rent a condo over at Kurt's place. And she comes in town dressed to the nines, wants to go out. Kurt and Don go to the halls, and they're just hammered.
It was only 7 o'clock at night.
7 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
Daylight. I mean, it was perfect.
Started drinking at 3.
Oh, earlier than that.
Oh, no. We were at the pool all day.
Yeah.
It was great.
So then they could get home. Don falls over the table, breaks the table. Kurt falls somewhere else.
Hold on. Let me tell you. I escort them into the guest apartment. I go out on the curb. I go out, going back uptown, and I tripped off the curb and busted the hell out of myself. I'm all bleeding and stuff. So I had the code to get back into their apartment, so I go right back into their apartment, and I look, and Don's on the floor, and Megan's pissed. And I'm washing myself up in the sink, and she says, well, what the fuck did you do? I said, I fell off the curb. I said, what the hell did he do? He broke the end table. It's like, and she says, it's 7 o'clock, I want to go out. What do we do? I said, go out, we'll take care of ourselves. She was so pissed at us.
She was pissed.
She was.
Yeah, I mean, she'd have roamed around Greenville by herself.
Well, that's
First
how
time
she
in
got.
town.
And then now they come down here every year, and she knows where she's going.
She'll be back Memorial Day weekend.
They will.
And she'll bring
Her and
her-
she should bring her sister.
Bringing her sister this
Yep.
time. I'm excited for that. That'll be a good time.
I was all bloody though. God damn, that hurt.
Well, let's talk about the vacation you, and Annika took.
Now me and Annika's your wife. No, we all went.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 2 years ago, we went down to see Jessica and Coop.
And my former neighbors. I locked myself out on the balcony of my apartment. It was
There's more to tell than that.
getting dark.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have been out all day.
It was a major deal. So Kurt's,
Go ahead.
the next day.
Oh, hold on. Let me tell the story of what happened the night before.
Yeah, go ahead.
I locked myself out on my balcony.
Shit hotel.
Shit hotel.
Terrible.
Dive hotel. We should have never stayed there. I mean, they didn't even have a lock on their door, for God's sake.
That's another story.
Anyway, I locked myself out. I'm screaming at these people, but there's a band playing, And I finally get, Megan's down there and Don, they came with us. And I said, I can't get out, I'm locked out, I can't get back in. And it went on for like a half hour. I'm screaming at these people. I don't have a drink. So
we're down here,
I gotta go to the bathroom. I can't get in my apartment. And I got a drink, but my drink's gone. And it's like, what the hell? So after about 30, 35 minutes, Megan wanted to get a ladder to come up and get me and move me over, and he wouldn't let her do it because we were all hammered by then.
Hell no.
So about 5 minutes later, Megan said, "Did you try the other end of the door?" And I went and I opened the door. It's like, oh shit, it opened the other end. I never tried that end of the sliding door. It was one of these sliders, and it had all the shit on it. It had the knobs and shit on it, but it opened the other way. Ah, shit. So till the next morning, we're out at the tiki.
The next morning, we're at the tiki at like 11 o'clock in the morning. Me, Kurt, Annika was sitting at the bar, and we didn't know anybody there other than Coot and Jessica. And these people were talking at the bar. They were regulars. They were like, "Hey, did you hear about that guy that got locked down in the balcony naked last night?"
I had my Hawaiian shirt. I wasn't naked.
It was so funny. Yeah, there's a guy on the balcony that's naked.
I'm sitting next to the guy and I said, "Yeah, that was me."
What part of Florida are they in, by the way?
Fort Pierce, Florida, north of West Palm.
Yep.
That's near, West Palm. What's the other big city not far from you?
We flew into West Palm, and it's about an hour north.
Yeah.
The good old time.
Good old times, man. But,
Oh, they're good people. They have a lot of fun. I lived next to Coot and Jess, who were our hosts that weekend, and I lived next to them for, well, you know them both too, for 4 or 5 years, and we had a ball.
Yeah. John
Koutlanis,
former Cincinnati Red.
Absolutely.
And Jess Boat, legendary partier downtown.
So the same hotel that Kurt was in, me and my wife Annika, our key card wouldn't work. So we slept for 3 nights with the door open.
Propped open.
If we closed it, we couldn't get back in it. So we
Get out.
just left it open.
And then you get in the shower and you take a shower and it's gold. I mean the water is gold.
That's
It's
terrible.
brown. It was horrible.
Fucking
So
baked
I
bagel.
made the mistake of making coffee. So I had a pot of coffee, and by the time I got home, it wasn't a good deal. It was whatever. It wasn't a good deal.
Kind of like the milk you had in your cereal.
That's where I was going last night. Yeah, 2 nights ago.
2 nights ago.
Yeah. Ate a bowl
Well,
of
you
cereal.
eat cereal for dinner. I mean,
Well, I eat 2 times a day and then something snack at night.
and this time,
Well, snack didn't last so long. The milk was dated for tomorrow, and I ate it yesterday, and that didn't sit well with me. So
maybe they misprinted the
it
date.
didn't stay there long. I'll tell you that.
It was rented, not bought.
It wasn't even rented. It was paid for, and it came back.
All right, folks. So, as you well know, Ink and Hobbies are our home base, 4 o'clock every day. We were talking about this earlier. We don't know if it's good or bad, and Greg goes more bad than good, most likely. But we've had some interesting stories at this bar. One of them that comes back to mind for me was during Christmas season, and there was a bar crawl, if you recall, and they had the ugly sweater party, and they're all upstairs, and we're sitting in our corner right around 4 o'clock when the bar crawl starts to exit the bar down the stairs we're in. And if you remember, the guy comes out with the ugly sweater on. He's got like a big Santa Claus on his sweater, and we're looking at the guys, and he walks over to Kurt, makes a snide remark.
Oh, Jesus.
Anybody remember what that remark was?
I forget. I know the
He looks
story.
you
but I
dead in the
forget.
face. He's like, "You want to sit on Santa's lap?"
Oh, yeah,
Kurt
that
is
didn't go over real well.
Kurt's a very mild-mannered guy. I mean, he's stand up from that perspective. That Detroit hat never leaves the bar once he walks in. I mean, it stays there, right? He takes that hat, puts it on his head.
No, this guy says that, and he goes to the
Yeah,
elevator.
he walks away.
You chased him.
He goes to the elevator. I put my hat on, like this. Forget the headphones. And I chase that sumbitch over the elevator, and I said, "Go fuck yourself." And these guys are looking at me like I'm nuts. I was getting bigger than him.
Well, I mean, it worked. Because he's like pissing his pants as you get over there. And you realize he fucked up, you know.
Well, I think you told him I was painting houses or something.
I wasn't lying. Had law enforcement cover your ears. Free climb.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, this is episode 2 of the show. We're gonna start having guests on.
Hold on. That guy goes upstairs to the roof.
They were up there. Yeah, you know what's
And he comes back out, and the bouncers have him in his
I
arms.
remember that part. I missed that part.
And he's running.
No, me and Annika were on the roof, and she's got some drink. I don't know what it is.
That's right, same guy.
He
Yep.
takes a freaking lighter and lights her drink on fire. I'm like, what are you doing,
Yeah,
man? This
I remember
is
that.
my wife. Get the freak out of here.
I remember that.
And it flames up, and that's when the bouncers took him
The
out.
bouncers took him out. Next thing I know, he's walking. He and his wife are walking down the steps, and this guy that I said that to, is coming out of the elevator like this, on top of 2 bouncers with his leg going 90 miles
Flopping
an hour,
around.
trying to get out.
Bartender Noel has joined the show. Shout out to production Christy back there.
Best bartender in the city.
Yeah.
Wow,
Thanks.
that's quite an accolade.
Absolutely.
I mean-
we've been to a lot of bars.
Yeah, we've been to quite a few bars around here. That's
You
for
got
sure.
one more topic in there. Come on now.
Oh, we got a lot of time.